Good afternoon. I hope we are all doing well. Can you hear me all right? Put in the chat if you can hear me. Good afternoon, everyone. Great. Okay, so we have here, as usual, NAS. This is NAS 1 hour time frame. I'll go to my trading time frame. That's 2 minutes. Okay. So first of all, guys, I just want you to have a look at this. I'm going to take off the charts and we start right from there. So this is purely price action trading. So I just want to show you something before we go on. Yeah, so this is the 200 moving average, and then we have over here the 20 moving average as well, the simple. Just as I explained last time about the state of the market, it's very important to be mindful of it. It's very important to be mindful of the state of the market, as we can see here. So basically the blue line we see is where price is at around the blue line, and also the blue line we see it's a zone. It's not this tiny or slim line we see on the chart. It's a zone. So the main reason why I've taken off the chart is for us to be able to read the flow of things. The narrow states, which is here. Let me grab a pen. So, as we learned last time, price moves from the narrow states. Let me change the color. Price moves from the narrow states to wide states, then comes all the way to narrow again. I'll say this is more or less narrower than over here, but the idea is price moves from a narrow state, then comes to a wide state, then narrow state again, move to wide states, and then come to narrow state again. So this morning when I came to my decks, I found price at this has already left here around 7. This happened around 6:40 this morning. So price moved from here up here, so I came to find price at this level, and I really wanted to trade, but seeing price here, I could have taken advantage of it if I had been around my decks earlier on. But nevertheless, what I want us to look at now, to get your eyes used to this state of the market, from the narrow state to wide state, then back to narrow state, wide state, narrow state. So this is what will give you the direction where you're supposed to trade. If you find the 20 moving average going up, you are trading to go up. If you find it going down, you are trading to go down. Do not trade against the 20 moving average. Do not trade against the 20 moving average. Yeah. So is it clear? You can put in the chat, let me know if that is clear to us. So now I'll put back the charts. Oh, sorry. Can you see my cursor now? Can you please put in the chat if you can see my cursor? Okay, great. Okay, so now I'm going to put back. So what I was explaining is I wanted you to have a look at the flow of how price moving from the narrow state to the wide state, and then back to narrow again, and then to wide state. So at each point in time you want to take a trade, this should be the first things you look out for. Where is price? Where is price going to? Where is price? Where is price coming from in relation to the 20 moving average and the 200 moving average? So the blue line, which is here, the 20 moving average, that is what we use to determine the trend. Whichever time frame you are on, you use the 20 moving average to determine the trend. So that will help you to identify if you are trading up or you are trading down. Okay, let me put back the charts so that we can have some trades on. Okay, so this thing almost has left us. So over here, this is the 2-minute time frame. I hope you saw the trade I posted on the charts. As price was coming down here, I think I jumped in somewhere here and then closed it at the base here. Below, this is the blue line, the famous blue line we all know. So close it below the blue line. So the reason why I took this trade was I did my tests the PCT test, price is below the 20 moving average. And the C, let me write. So we have the P, and then we have C, and then T. So before we get into, or you get into this trade, you first of all have to do this test before you go on. So the P, which stands for the position, price is currently below the 20 moving average, is also below the 200 moving average at this point in time when this move was about to go. And so in that sense, position is right if we are going for a sell. So next thing you look out for is the dominant color. The C stands for dominant color. So if we look at the number of colors, the green colors compared to the purple color, I think the dominant color is purple. More so, if I'm going to take this, I'm determining the dominant color based on this big bear power candle here, pushing it down with this power. That is enough for me. So this green candles that showed up here was just a small halt in the market. So the dominant color is purple. That's correct. So at this point in time, the moving average is pointing up. It's pointing up. So I would say the trend, we don't have a trend there. So now we have 2 out of 3 for the test, which is a pass. It's a pass. So sorry about that. Can't see the cursor again. Okay. All right. I think I was. Let me see if this will. Okay, I'll redo it again because I was using a pen that was not writing on the screen. It was writing on my screen, but on yours it wasn't showing up. Okay, let's do something else. Okay. So are we spotting something happening now that we can take advantage of currently where price is at? If you spot it, put it in the chat. Yeah, I'm sorting out the cursor. I'll be back with it shortly. Yeah, I think you can see it now. So PCT. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about, that because of this big bear power candle here, I will give the dominant color to be purple at this point in time. So we give a tick, and then price is also below the moving average currently at the time. So that one too is a tick. Then if we look at where the blue line is pointing, the 20 moving average is pointing up. So in that case, we don't have a trend. So on the trend side is going to be a cross. So for the test, let's see if we passed. We had 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3, which is a pass. Which is a pass. Okay, so that's the reason why I took advantage of this trade as it dropped down here. That's the post I put in the group this morning. Yeah, so currently where we are, price as it's pushed down here, pushed up, came down. So whenever this happens, there's a push down like this, don't be in a hurry to enter a trade on here. Even if you enter a trade from this area, you don't kind of expect too much from it. Or if you enter the trade, for instance, if you enter a trade on this particular candle, as it didn't go that far, but it will still have given you some profit. The reason why I'm saying this is when this happens, I normally wait for a second push down, forming a W. As we can see here. So if I will engage in this, my entries will be somewhere here after the W has been formed, and the last purple candle or red candle, whichever one you might have on your charts, is taken out by the green candle, the dominant candle. Then I will look to take a buy from here. So I think last time I made it clear that if we can just focus on these ones, the ones that are near to the blue line, take these trades instead of taking the one which is wide. Then later on, as we get our hands on well, then we can also be taking the trades with this kind of trade. Yeah. So I think price has taken out the. So if we have a test here, price is above the moving average. It's above the moving average currently. If we want to take a position, price is above the moving average currently. And if we look at C, the dominant color here is green. So we can go in for a buy at this level with our stop loss right below here. So let's see. So the trend also, when you look at the moving average, is kind of rising slowly. Yeah. So what I want you to always do is when you see a setup, if done your test, everything is passed. So on this particular one, I would say it will be 3 out of 3 for the test. So we can probably put in a buy somewhere here. Then you see what happens. So if a buy is there, our stop loss will be somewhere here. We don't really know what will happen. That's why we always keep our stop loss in place. If the reason why we entered this trade is no longer valid, there's no need to be in the trade. Protect your accounts. That's the most important thing. So we'll see how it goes. if you have a has okay, yeah, I just read on the chat that the cursor has disappeared. So Esther said this. Okay, all right, that's fine. Okay, that's cool. Good. If you have a pair that you want us to have a look at, you can do that. You can do that. So currently we have this one playing out. We don't know what will happen, but we'll hold on to see. What time is it? It's almost 1 o'clock. So the main reason why we entered this trade is it passed the test. So over here the green candle took out this last purple candle and pushed up, but now it looks like it's pushing down again. If we get taken out, it's not the end of the world. We look for another opportunity. That's why we always keep our losses very small. Very small. If you get taken out, the next one you take will be 3 times, 4 times what you lost. Then also you have to take your money management properly, seriously, and then don't overdo your accounts. Don't put large position size in relation to your account size. You have to know the exact size you have to use. Yeah. So once you keep on practicing this, doing this, you will approach every trade with much confidence. You approach every trade with much confidence. And I also will urge you to be present as you are trading. As we are trading now, I want you to be present here. Focus on what we are seeing on the screen. Whatever happened yesterday, let it go. Then focus your attention on what is on now. Focus your attention on what is on now. So the score for this trade was, let me put it here. So we have 3 out of 3. On this trade. So that is a pass. So this blue line is 1100. The inputs for this blue line is 1100. That is why I said this is our famous blue line that we all know of. Maybe I'll change the color so that it will be you guys can remember. Or is this one? No one. Yeah, so that's our famous blue line that we know of from the system. Yeah. Yeah, I need your attention here and now. I want you to focus on what you'll be doing every time you sit to trade. Avoid every kind of distraction. Avoid every kind of distraction. Just like this morning, I wasn't actually trading early in the morning. I was doing something else, trying to get ready for our meeting, our session this afternoon. So I saw something on the screen and I just got in because I wasn't focusing on it. I put my stop loss there, and then later I realized that I could have done better, where it hit my stop loss, but it was very small. And then later on, I made 1,000 plus after that, so it doesn't make any difference. Are we in profit, guys? Are we in profit? Put some fire in the chats. Can you guys hear me all right? Yeah, bags of money. Bags of money. So this is how I do it every day. This is how I do it. So now we can now push our stop loss to break even and then allow the trade to run. Allow the trade to run. Great, 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 great. So currently, as we all can see, we are in a risk-free trade. We are in a risk-free trade. So no matter what happens, our capital is protected, and then we're making money. We're making money. So even as we entered here, price pulled back a bit. Our stop loss was below here, which it came very close, but it kept us in the trade, and now we are swimming in money. We are swimming in money. So that's why I want us to keep this simple, this strategy simple. Don't complicate it by adding any other stuff to it. It's purely price action. So we read the charts and see where price is, then we take advantage of it. Yeah, sometimes you can see how price was behaving here in the morning. Price was behaving here in the morning. If you are not careful, you might think it's going up, even though price came from a narrow state here. Price came from a narrow state here to the wide state at this level. So this is an area you are not supposed to be buying from. This is at the wide state. At the wide state, you look for a sell. If there's a sell setup, you look for a sell setup there. So the same thing I was talking about here, that when I see a push down like this, I will normally wait for a retest to form a W. The same thing at the top here. As price came up to the Y state, it pushed up the first time, pulled down, then came up the second time, forming an M. So at the Y state, it forms M, then it drops. At the Y state, in bullish markets, or in a bullish market, price forms an M most of the time before dropping, or sometimes it's just a V. It just forms a V and then drops. But if it comes down and pushing up again, just look out for something like this. And if this happens and then you get a setup, you ride with it. So here price dropped below the moving average, the blue moving average, dropped below, came to the 200 moving average, pushed up again. So whatever is happening here is just more or less a fake out. You should consider where price is from here. Price is below. So all this shouldn't be something to trick you to begin to trade going up. Yeah. We are in the morning. We are in the morning. Money raining everywhere. Yeah, so guys, this is the thing. You can do this every day, every moment you sit behind your computer. Just do it at a time that there is more volatility in the markets, or when price is moving, not at the time that there's no volatility, there's no momentum pushing price to move, because we only get money when price is moving from one point to another. So if it's at static place, you just wait until you have a better setup, then you can ride with it. You can ride with it. Okay, so I think Molly is asking about the stop loss and the TP. Yeah, when we entered, we put our stop loss right below here. Now it's in profit, so we moved our stop loss above our entry. So we are now trailing price as it moves up, just to lock in the profit. So that will make it a risk-free trade in case price just turns round and then against our position. But before it does that, our stop loss will be there to protect us from losing out on our profits. So now I'll just push it up a little bit more. Yeah. So when you talk of the take profit, I normally will trail it and see. So this is, let's go on a 1 hour time frame. So this is the 1 hour time frame. So price is currently somewhere here. Yesterday it was playing at this level, dropped down. So now it's at this level. So my anticipation is at this level, this high level, we can run it up until here, or if you want, you can take your profits somewhere here. Let me put a ray there. Then we go on the smaller time frame and then we'll see. Okay, so if it goes well, we can target taking our profit here, or as I showed you about these key levels where you see these blue lines, the next key level here is 17,750, but we will take it step by step. Probably if it gets to this high, there's a high chance of it pulling back before pushing up. But in any way, our position is way below here. So if it pushed back a bit and then maybe we are still targeting the top here, we have enough room to allow it to play. So that shouldn't be a problem. That shouldn't be a problem at all. I believe we are all in profit at the moment. Those of us who took the trade, even if you are not taking it on a live account, take it on a demo account. Practice, practice, practice to be confident in this strategy. To be confident in this strategy. If perhaps you have some form of a symbol you want us to have a look at, you can put it in the chat and then I will have a look at it. Whilst we are in this trade is already in profit anyway, so we can have a look at another one. We can have a look at another trade. So it's the same thing. Whichever symbol you are looking at, you like trading, is the same strategy, the same principle you apply everywhere. So this is right before your own eyes. We entered, and then it's working out just as we anticipated. It's working out just as we anticipated. So now price has hit the 200 moving average. It could be that it will hold up there for some time, pull back a little bit before pushing up. That's if it still wants to go up. So if it's pushed down a bit and then it begins to go up again, it's an area to add on, to add more positions to your wins. That's why I said we add to our winning trades, we never add to our losing trades. We add to our winning trades and not add to our losing positions. Okay, USD JPY. Okay. USD JPY. Okay. So over here we had a nice move down here. We had a nice move down here as price got into its wide states, pushed down, push up again to form the M. Form the M, as we can see, and then dropped. So as this strong bear power bar push below the moving average, all we had to do is to do the test. We do our test. So what I normally do is, for you to get used to it, just find a piece of paper and put it in front of you on your decks. Then you write, depending on the number of times you want to be trading. So you just write PCT for the first trade, PCT for the second trade, just for you to follow the steps each time you take in the trade. So let's go through our test. PCT. So if we had been here earlier on, we could have spotted this. You could have spotted this and taken advantage of. So price is currently at this point, price was below the 20 moving average, which is our trend determinant, below the price, the 20 moving average. So in position wise, we want to sell, so that's correct. Dominant color, as we can see, the power that the purple line or the red line, whichever one you have on your chart, is pushing down. The dominant color is definitely the purple candle, or what you have on your chart is red. It's the red candle. Then the trend. So at this point in time, the blue line will be somewhere here. It wouldn't have given us enough indication as to where it is going, but the fact that it's below our test, is below the 20 moving average, that's all that we look out for. So now the trend on the trend side is going to be an X, because we, at this point in time, when price got here, there wasn't any confirmation of the trend with the blue line. So now we have 2 out of 3. Put in the chart if this is a pass or a fail. Put in the chart if this is a pass or a fail. If we were going to enter this from here, a sell from here, and we did this test, put in the chart if this is a pass or a fail. Amazing, yeah, amazing stuff. Okay, so it is a pass as you have put in there. So this is what I want you to go through at any time you are taking a trade. Anytime you are taking a trade, go through this process. If it doesn't pass, if it fails the test, you scratch that opportunity, that setup that you are seeing, then look out for something else. You look out for something else. So where price is now, I would definitely will wait for price to make its way above the moving average. Then I will consider taking a buy. Let's see the 1 minute, the 1 hour chart and see how price is looking there. So you can see it's mainly in an upward trend. Price came from here, the power it came from here is so strong. So now it's in a trading range. Price is now in a trading range. So what you could do is put it in a box, trap it in a box like this. You trap price in a box like this. So if as I showed you last time, there's a strategy you can use to trade if price is in a trading range, but that's for another day. So here it's mainly an upward trend. Looking at where it's coming from, it was coming from this push all the way down here and then took off. And then if you see the power of this candle, the power of this candle, this small candle here took an hour to print this. These tiny ones also took an hour to print it, and this big bull power candle also took an hour to print it. So if you see this and it gives you a setup like this, you just close your eyes and then load yourself in. Load yourself in, because over here it's compared to the moving average, it's fairly close, but not very close, but still would have given you some good money from here to maybe this level. You would have been good, or even if you came out from this position, you still would have made good money there. So guys, this is what we have to look out for. So if we have to even consider what happened here, if we did the test here, it would have easily passed, and then we would have gotten into this trade. Would have gotten into this trade as price took out this last purple candle. Would have gotten into it somewhere here, or even here would have been better. So price is above the moving average, the blue moving average. That's tick 1. Position passed. The dominant color we see from here is green. So color dominant, color the C, which is the dominant color, is also passed. In terms of trend, over here might have been just somewhere around here. So we could put what do you call it, a pass. So we would have had a 3 out of 3 on this particular test at this point in time. And look at, if you were here, from here to here, how much that would have been. It would have been lovely. So no matter what time frame you are on, no matter what you are trading or symbol, you apply the same principle, the same rules, you'll be good. You will be good. You will be good. So if you enter somewhere here, your stop loss would have been just below here. Just below here. Okay, let's go and see what is happening on our NAS trade. NAS. Alright, just before we go back. So price is currently, this is still USD JPY. Price is still in the box as I drew it on the 1 hour. That's why we have this yellow shaded area. So what we're saying is, if price gets above the 20 moving average, that is where we'll consider to take in, to get into it. So looking at this, it has formed another pattern that we can, let me remove this. Looking at this, it has formed another pattern that we can look out for. If you know what this pattern is about, put it in the chat. Let me see. Let me test your brain. If you know what this pattern that has formed here is, put in the chat and let me know. Absolutely, that is right. It's formed head and shoulders. So this is the left shoulder, this is the head, and this is the right shoulder. So it has formed head and shoulders. But we have something different that we, but if you know about it, it's an extra thing but what we are concentrating on is the hybrid strategy that we are using. We're using the hybrid strategy. So the pattern can form, but we are basically taking every trade with the hybrid strategy. Okay, Esther said Aussie card. Aussie chef. Aussie chef. Aussie CHF, where are you? Alright, so this is Aussie Swiss franc. So let's see what is happening here. So Aussie CAD just moved from its narrow states to wide states and now has dropped below the 20 moving average. So if we're looking at this, you just can see it's below. But before that, let's just have a broader view of it on the 1 hour time frame, and then we'll see. Yeah, so on the 1 hour time frame, it came to this wide state, and now gone back to a narrow state. The blue line is somewhere here. So it's more of an upward trend on the 1 hour, going back to 2 minutes time frame. So even if we take, if we want to consider taking a sell here, we don't kind of expect too much, unless, because in all we can see that price is in the uptrend, and if it's an uptrend, you more or less avoid or ignore the sales, because it is in an uptrend. Just to avoid any, you are better off taking a buy than jumping onto a sales in an uptrend, even though you can make some money out of it. But to be on the safer side, you just stick to that. You take move. You take the buys on the uptrend. So we flow with the trend. The trend is an upward trend, so we flow with it. We flow with it. So as we can see, it's still selling. But if you got in earlier here at this top, when we came in, it was somewhere here. So if you get in early, the earlier the better. Other than that, you just rather look for buys on here, since it's mainly predominantly an uptrend. So you look for buys on this. But even at this, if we conduct a test on it, it would have passed from here. If we had come in earlier, it would have passed for an entry to go down. Okay, let's go and have a look at let's have a look at our entry. Yeah, so on here, this is where I said if you want, you can take your profits at this level where I put the red line, or you could hold on. So price is kind of holding on at this level, it's not breaking through easily. So this is the very area I said you could take your profit from here. Then you look for another opportunity to enter. So So if we look at what is happening here, we can see price pushed up the first time, pulled back here, pushed up the second time, then pulled back to the blue line. So as it's formed a kind of M here, so I'll just monitor it a bit. If it pushes any further down, we'll just take out our profits. So as I said, you could have taken your profits here, but again, there's more room from our entry to where price is currently. So if we are kind of anticipating much more, a bigger move up to probably the top here or further up, we could hold and see what happens. So this is more or less a resistance area that price is being held here, so it needs more power to push through. So for price to do that, mostly it will push down a bit and then gather momentum and then break through that area that appears to be strong to be broken. Oh, great, you're holding, yeah. As I said, there's more rooms for price to play around. So I'll just push up the trailing stop a little bit. So guys, are we finding value in our live YouTube session? Let me know if you're finding value, if it's boosting the confidence in any way. Great, 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 great. So one thing we can also learn from here is when there's a push up like this, when there's a push up or there's an upward trend like this. So I'll start it from here. Let's go to the 5 minutes and see. Okay. So from here, where are you? So from this level, that price pushed up here to this point. What I do is I divide it. Delete down. So I will put a line in the middle. A line in the middle. Let's see. Another one there. Another one there. So basically this is 1/3 of the move. So if it's going to go up, mostly it will push down to the 1/3 level, or it will come down to the 1/3 and then push up, or it can come from there to the 50, the halfway level, then push up. Let me do this again. It can come down from there to the halfway level, then push up. We are considering this move from here to the top here. So I halved it, then 1/3, another third of the move. So if price has any intention of going up, mostly, and if it's strong momentum, it will push to the 1/3 level, then push up, and at times it can push to the halfway level, then push up. But if it comes all the way to this level, the chances of it going up is slim. So what could happen is, boom, it will do that and then turn around. So let's put that in our arsenal as well. So just like if price is taking too much, price run from here to here, just take into consideration the power of the buyers. So if the buyers rest so much all the way down here, that means they've lost momentum to go up. So if they lost momentum to go up, then the sellers can take over. So if they rested just a little, just 30% of its move up here, then you can see that the momentum is still strong for it to push up. So if a price is just holding at this level, the 30% of its move from this point and it's holding here, then we have a high chance of it pushing up. We have high chance of it pushing up. So it's looking good. It's looking good. So technically, where price is at the moment, this it's an area. Looking at this, I think I was talking, so I didn't take notice of it. We could have added on to our position here when this took out the last purple candle here with this big bull candle pushing up. Could have taken another position, which is not that far anyway, to add to our winning trade. So we'll wait and see what happens here. So it's about, okay, we have about 45 minutes to the US market opens. So I normally don't like trading during that time because the way sometimes price moves around so quickly, and but if you're able to pick out a direction and then you jump in, it's so sweet when the profit is reading in. Yeah, because that time as well, when you enter a trade and you put in your tie stop, you are more easily to be kicked out before the trade runs to the direction than any other time, because at that time the volatility is very high. It's very high. Looking good, looking good. More money printing. Yes. Yeah, it's printing money. It's printing money. Printing money. Are we happy, guys? Put some fire in the chats. Let's know how you're doing. Is this helping out? Are you finding value? I'm gonna push the stop a little bit up. Might be some crazy moves when it's 2 o'clock. I'm not sure. Let's check if is there any news today. Yeah, so we have okay, this was 3 a.m. 3 a.m. So 2 o'clock. Okay. So there's some red flags here. So at this point in time, it's all yellow. So low impact news. So we're good. Yeah, looks like a pin bar formed here. There's a purple candle also trying to push down. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. So currently, this is our initial entry, which stands at, because of the lot size, the amount looks huge, but nevertheless you enter based on your account size. Whatever account size you enter based on it. So trading in itself is patience. Just sit and wait, see how much you make out of it, and then you get out. See we'll see if our targets will get hit. It's like the first TP has been fulfilled, so the next one we're looking at this high. Looking at this high. So this was the first TP, take profit. So the next one we are aiming at is this high. So without that was happening on the 2 minutes, this is how it looks on the 5 minutes. On the 5 minutes, so you could have taken another position when price took out this last purple candle. So when you enter, look, you see a setup and you want to enter, don't worry about this wick here. So you can more or less just do as if this wick is not there. So you make it look as if the wick is not there. So once the green candle takes out the purple candle, you are in this trade. You enter on this trade. You enter on this trade somewhere here. Either if you enter on this particular candle, if you enter in here, where is my, if you enter on this particular candle here, your stop loss is right here. So entering on this particular candle is having an anticipation entry, or you can get into the confirmation entry on this candle. So the moment this one closed, you can hop on to this one, then your stop loss will be here or halfway of this candle, then you leave it to run. Does anyone have any issue we want us to have a look at? If you have a question, you can put it in the chat, then we can iron it out. It will help someone else. Let's see what is happening on gold. See, this pair has a lot of wicks. You can see a lot of wicks on this pair, on the gold. So trading a pair like this, you have a what do you call it? The probability of you being kicked out using a tie stop is very high. So that means if you are trading gold, for instance, you have to kind of have a little bit wider stops compared to some other symbols. Like if we're considering how this wicks, a lot of wicks here, yeah, so if, for instance, if we were taking a trade from here as price dropped here, and then maybe you entered on this candle here, yeah, you would have been fine putting your stop loss somewhere here. From there, the rest was all profit. And now it came all the way, price pushed up above the moving average, and now it took out this last purple candle. So entry here, stop loss here. You would have still made this profit all the way up here. So you ignore this push down, and then you look for buys, or you look for long trades. So here, as price pushed up with this power bar, also we had a double dual tails here. We had dual tails here, which another powerful event that when it happens at certain locations we take advantage of. But nevertheless, you can see this power bull bar pushing through the red moving average, the 200 moving average. So you could have gotten in on the next candle. If I go into my trading time frame, let's go back. So here I'll put something there we're talking about here. I go to 2 minutes. Yeah, so as price took out this last purple candle, okay, we're better off at a point where price is above the 200, above the 20 moving average. Then we'll do our test on there. So price took out this last purple candle, so you could enter onto this trade from here. You could enter into this trade from this level. On this candle here, you put your entry here. So if you put your entry here, that's you are entering an anticipation entry. So you wait for the last minutes before the candle closes, put in your anticipation entry here, and then your stop loss will be right below here. Then the rest is history. Another opportunity to add on to the trade here, as the dominant color took out the less dominant color, add on to here. Another opportunity to add on to your trade. Then the rest is history. It's money all the way up here. Money all the way up here. So just as I was saying, no matter the symbol, no matter the time frame you are using, the strategy works everywhere. It works everywhere. So let's keep using it. Be confident in using it, and then we'll move to the next level. You move to the next level. Okay, so Chris, where did you get in? You said you just traded gold. Did you get into it earlier on? Or just now? Okay, 2028.44. Let's see. Okay, 5 minutes. So where is 2028, 2028.44? Okay, so Chris got into this trade from this level. Alright, yeah, so over here, this is the 5 minute shot. So the first entry would have been here. The first buy entry would have been here, as price took out this last purple candle somewhere here. I guess Chris didn't see it at this, or probably entered a little bit late, but again, it's alright. It's still in profit at the moment. So it's still in profit at the moment. Let's look at the 1 hour and see where gold is at, to have a broader view of things. So on the 1 hour, um, there was this drop. Price was in its wider state, closed the gap to make it narrow. So now considering where price is coming from, it's at the moment being held up by the 20 moving average, or the blue line as you may see it. So if the upward trend continues, then it's going to be a very nice area to still get a nice move if the upward trend happens to continue up. Now price is above the moving average, so anything we look out for is to buy from here. So the potential here is, there's a high probability that price will go up until this level, but we never know what will actually happen. So we take it step by step. So this is the apart from this area, this is the next area of concern. So we take it step by step. If price is going up, this is how it looks. But our concern is we trade what we see. We are not here to what's the word, to see in the future what's going to be happening in the future. What we are doing is we are trading what we are seeing. So whatever happens, it's if it happens that it goes in our direction, great. If it doesn't, we have our protection there to take us out with a small loss. Then we look for the next opportunity. So price hit this area. There seems to be a resistance area here, so pushed back to test this level again, and hopefully it turns around to go further up. Okay, let's go back to NAS. So as I said, if you have a question, you can pop it in the chat. Let's have a look at it, see how you can we can answer the question for you to get understanding. That's why I said we trade with understanding, because for you to get the understanding of what you're doing, you'll be in a much better position than just following something that you don't really understand. The strategy is, when price is below the moving average, we trade going down, we sell. If price is above the moving average, the blue line here, the 20 moving average, we buy or we go long. If it's below, we sell or we short it. And if you sell it and then price is wide away, it's in the wide state. So looking at the distance from here to the blue line is wide, and then we have another wide space from here to where price got to. So this is a profit taking area. You got into here, you take your profit here. You could even take your profit on this candle as well. So price moved from the narrow state to a wide state. So when it's in the wide state in a downtrend, that's not when you start looking for sells. You look for sells when price is in the narrow state in a downtrend. So you sell as price gets below the moving average, and if you take a position here, the rest is history, is profits. And the other thing that this yellow line is doing is, once the blue line, the 20 moving average, crosses this 50 EMA, what we say is you expect price to pull back to the moving average. And once it pulls back to the moving average, you can look for positions there to sell as well, if the downtrend is still active. If the downtrend is still active. So the same way here, trading with understanding. These two lines, the yellow line here, which is the 50 EMA, and the 20 simple moving average, crossed over. And whenever they crossed over, what we expect is a pullback. So when this is happening, you understand why this is happening. Then you look for a chance to enter here. You look for a chance to enter into the trade here. So you not be sitting there not knowing what is happening around you on the charts. With this, you have the understanding. You're doing it with the understanding. So the moves that the market goes through, you have the understanding, and then you take and apply the right strategy at the right location. You apply the right strategy at the right location. If price is in the neutral state, you apply the right strategy. If it's in the wide state, you apply the right strategy. You apply the right strategy, then you move on. Are you all here? Attention. Are you with me, guys? I was with a group last time, and because I wanted the attention to be on the chat, so we started having is it a slogan or whatever? So whenever I say attention, they will respond here and now. Whenever I say attention, they respond here and now. So if you are here and I say attention, you can respond here and now for me to know that you are following what is going on. Because whenever you are trading, you have to have your full attention. You have to have focus. Because guys, we are dealing with money here. We are dealing with money. Yeah, I can see here and now on the charts. We are dealing with money. So, and if you get this right, as we know, footballers get so much money in a week. You can even make more money than what the footballers make in a week. I tell you, this is so powerful. This is so powerful that you can make so much money that cannot be compared to what the footballers are making. So just focus, give your full attention to what we are doing, and then sooner or later you will see your states will change, and then your estate will also change. Yeah. Good afternoon, Trisha. Good afternoon, Josie. Good afternoon, Esther. Good afternoon, Molly. Good afternoon, Ovi. You made time out. Good afternoon, Chris. I believe we are still on the trades, which is already printing out so much money. So it's the same thing. Just as we went through this on this NAS trade, the same thing, the same principle. You apply it on any charts, any time frame that you are on. You will be good. You'll be good. So if you have any question, you can pop it in the group and then we can have a look at it together. If you don't understand anything, you can put it on the chats. Put it on the chat and then we can have a look at it together. Okay, we have about 5 minutes to market open. 5 minutes to market open. So we should expect some crazy moves. Sometimes you'll be looking forward to that crazy move, but sometimes nothing will happen. It will just be playing out as normal. But in any way, most of the times it's always moving like that, up and down, up and down. So any question, guys? Feel free to ask your question if you do have one. Here comes the moves. So because of this, if I'm in a trade, I prefer to close it before the market opens, in order not to have my profit eaten by the sudden moves of the market. Even though sometimes if it goes in your direction, it feels great, but just to avoid any kind of stress, you just take out your profit and then you are good to go. So this one, I will just push it up a little bit. Whatever happens, we've taken some money in our bag. So normally if I don't trade during the first 15 to 30 minutes when the market opens, after then maybe from 3 o'clock onwards, when it's much more settled, then I look for opportunity to get into it. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. See the money printing. See the money printing. So the second TP has just been hit. We could take our profit from there. We could take our profit because the second TP has been hit. Second TP has been hit. Okay. So I believe this session was great, has been great, full of value, that giving you some more confidence in taking trades by yourself, following the systems, following the steps, following the process to do it yourself anytime, any day, and then do it with understanding and confidence. Yeah, so now the market is opened and there's this crazy moves going on. So in order not to get burned, you can stay away from it, or if you want to take advantage, you could reduce your lot size and then pick up a position, but I wouldn't recommend it anyway. But if you want to, it's your call. It's your call. You can enjoy it, but as I said, I would rather wait 30 minutes or 20 minutes after the market opens. Then I will comfortably look for a position to enter. So what price is doing now, normally when the market opens like this, if it wants to go down, it will first of all pretend it's going up, then it will begin pushing downwards. That's how sometimes it does, but you never know. So over here, price is below the moving average, which we can do a PCC test on it. But again, as I said, I would rather wait till it's a bit calmer, then I will join it and then make some money. Make some money. Make some money. So this is US 30. Give us a nice dual tail bars here, which is a very powerful reversal setup. Then pushed up. And SPS as well. Pushed up, pushed down, up again, and now it's going down again. Even though it would have been great to have enjoyed this whole move down, again, if you are not careful, you pick it wrongly, it could be bent. So as I said, if during the market opened, if price wants to go down, first of all it pushes up, then it begins to go to the direction, or it pushes to the opposite direction where it wants to go, then it turns around and then begins to go to the direction it wants to, the normal actual direction it wants to flow. So that's exactly what it did here. First of all pushed up, then turned around and pushed all the way down to this low. Looks like it's heading to the blue line. It's heading to the blue line. So it looks like everybody understands the strategy, because I'm not having any questions at the moment. So everybody understands the strategy understands what they need to do, what they need to look out for. And that is good. It's good, it's good. It's good. You have understood it, and then you play it as simple as it is. Don't complicate it. Don't complicate it. Play it as simple as it is. As simple as it is. Is there anything you would like me to have a look at? Okay guys, so I think we've touched on the main stuff, or the main things that we have to look out for as we are trading. So I don't know if we still hold on, or we call it a day. Let's say if anyone have a question, you can put it in the chat and then I can answer it. Alright, so in that sense, we've done about 2 hours 11 minutes already. So so the main idea is for us to gain confidence in what we are doing, be able to do it on our own. Watching me doing this helps you to build up confidence as well. So I believe we've had a good time on this session, and then we'll pick it up again tomorrow. We'll be back live tomorrow. So okay, I understand some people are at work, so they're kind of squeezing some time out to see how things are. Yeah, that's cool, that's cool. Maybe we'll try and then also find an appropriate time where we can get some more people online. Then we go through. Nevertheless, you can always go back and then watch the video again to learn some more stuff. So on that note, I will say bye bye for today session, and we hope to meet again tomorrow. We hope to do it again tomorrow. So as I said, if the market comes down a little bit and you want to look for an opportunity, you can look for opportunity, get into it, and then you trade. Yeah, I will try to get in at 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock tomorrow. We'll do it 12 o'clock tomorrow. That's great. gain some more confidence by trading together. That's great. That's great. That's what we want. Because there's nothing to fear, guys. There's nothing to fear. Because before you get into the trade, you've put in your stop loss. That's what you have accepted, the risk you have accepted. So if you have accepted that risk, there's nothing to fear. If it doesn't go the right way you want it and then it kicks you out, you accepted that risk. So there's no need to be stressed out, unless if you don't do the things right. Unless you enter a trade, you don't put in your stop loss, and then it keeps running against you. That's where things goes bad. But if you use your stop loss, those tight stops, you will be in this game for a long time. You will be in this game for a long time. You cannot be kicked out. You cannot be kicked out. Just as I was saying earlier on that I was not concentrating, I was doing something else, and then I put in some trades. It hit my stop loss, but again I made about 4 times or 5 times more what I lost. So rather than leaving it to go against me and go on, you could have come out with a small loss and then look for another better opportunity, make it back, push on, move to the next level. So guys, let's do this. Let's do this the right way. Let's do this the right way. It is worth doing. Anything that is hard and it's worth it, then you have to do it, and do it hard too. If it is worth doing, do it hard, do it well. Before you know it, the results or the gains will overwhelm you. So let's do it together. We can all do it. Thank you. Adios.